calling it a love song.
What is up, my beautiful gemstones? It's Mary Gem and I'm back with another video, and today's video is going to be on what vibes do you give off. Honestly, today's video is going to be super fun because we got channel messages, we have songs, and literally I'm also going to be inserting pictures of, like, you know, the vibe you give off basically as well. So let's get straight into it. Alrighty, so we got 6 piles here today. Pick whichever one resonates with you. Please watch the entire video if you can as well. And yeah, let me show you the 6 piles. So this is pile number 1. Okay, I'm not gonna say anything. I want you guys to just use your intuition and just like choose whichever one, you know, resonates with you. Okay, pile number 2. What vibes do you give off? Okay, like when people meet you, like what is the vibe? Okay, this is pile 3, pile 4, pile 5, and pile 6. So guys, these are the 6 piles. Please pick as many as you guys would like. Please watch the entire video as well. I love you loads, and let's get straight into it. What is up, my beautiful gemstones? It's Mary Gem and I'm back with another video, and today's video is going to be on what vibes do you give off, you know, when people first meet you. What is the initial energy that they're busy getting from you, basically, like what are you busy exuding? So this is like sort of like how people see you and everything. But yeah, anyways, let's get straight into it. So your song is It's Okay If You Forget Me by Astrid S, and then your overall energy is going to be the moon in air sign, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, and it says I felt it until I didn't, right? Okay, and yeah, you guys chose this one over here. Honestly, I'm super nervous to do this reading. I don't even freaking know why, guys, but I feel like maybe you could be someone that does like a lot of intense, like I don't know, like banishing negative energy or something. I just felt like, you know, like I literally was like, okay, like I cannot do this reading unless I'm in the right mind space or something, you know. And like usually I can do a reading like regardless of whatever state I'm in, but I really felt like I was like, Janae, do some, you know, third chakra work, do some work on yourself, and then do this reading. So I just feel like, you know, people get the vibe initially where it's kind of like you don't tolerate bullshit as well, you know. I feel like you're someone that's kind of like you don't absorb energy very well, and it's a really good thing though. I feel like if somebody's being negative or whatever, I feel like you're someone that's kind of like you can distance yourself, and I just feel like, you know, you can be in like a really toxic environment and you will still be able to just function normally and not really, you know, become negative just because someone else is negative as well. Or if someone tells you, hey, you can't do it, if someone just tells you every single day, like, you know, like you're a piece of shit or whatever, I feel like you'll still be like, no, I'm not, I'm great, I'm the bad bitch. Okay, but yeah, like I was doing a lot of different messages for you, pile 1, so I'll just say it, then I'll get straight into your reading. But I heard something about spare my feelings, or you can spare me the feelings. So, you know, you could be someone that's kind of, bro, that is definitely, you know, moon and air sign energy where it's like spare me the feelings, spare me the sob story, spare me that, bro. So I just feel like, you know, someone tries to be negative around you, you're kind of like, no, like you don't tolerate that bullshit basically. So I feel like that's the vibe people get from you. It's like you don't tolerate bullshit, and you don't like low vibrational things, you don't like negative energy, you prefer staying positive. And at the same time, I got the vibe where it's kind of like yeah, I feel like, you know, you could be someone that sometimes put other people's feelings before yourself, but at the same time I feel like you value your own feelings and your own energy so much where it's like you also aren't swayed by people's emotions as well. And, you know, putting other people's feelings before yourself, sometimes people always think that it's like a selfless thing, and I'm not saying like you're selfish, I just mean people always see it as like, you know, being a thing where it's like you let people, like, you know, walk over you. But I think it's more of a vibe where it's like you put other people's feelings before you, in a sense where it's like if someone else is feeling negative, someone else is being rude towards you, you're gonna put their feelings first and be like, oh wow, they really don't know what they're talking about. I just feel like you're able to really, like, you know, dissect people's thoughts and just be like, nah, like whatever your energy is, like it's not for me basically, you know. So I just feel like, yeah, you're able to just, you know, receive energy and then reject it very easily as well. But anyways, enough rambling, guys. Let's get straight into it. So what vibe do you give off? Okay, we got the 9 of Wands. People feel like you're someone that definitely is full of like wonder. Definitely, I'm getting a lot of like wonder vibes, bro. Like, you know, the movie called The Host, like, bro, with wonder, definitely. Okay, someone that's full of desires, bro, for real. Like, oh my god. Okay, we got the Page of Swords as well. Okay, so I'll put this card over here, Page of Swords. How far can I put until it's out of frame? Okay, we got the page of swords, so you're still a student. Definitely you could be someone that's very young as well. I feel like when people find out how old you are, they're kind of like, what, like you're that old, like it, as in like I just feel like people thought that you were like, you know, way younger basically, you know, or like low-key you might even have like a very older face, but it's like you're actually really young as well, you know. Like I just feel like people are always messing up your age basically. Yeah, like people assume you're busy studying when actually you're busy working or something. And then we got the Chariot card. You have a very what can I say, a very strong moral sense when it comes to your family and everything. Okay, the Lovers card, bro. Okay, I see. And then we got the Temperance card. So I do get the energy where it's like people definitely might feel like with the Temperance, you know, influencing the Lovers card and everything, I feel like sometimes you might struggle with just, yeah, feeling like, you know, things are maybe too good to be true. I feel like, you know, people just get the vibe that is kind of like you don't really trust everyone very easily basically, and people basically have to prove themselves to you before you are able to, you know, be comfortable with them as well. So, you know, you won't, you know, be yourself and like, you know, open up to everybody. I feel like you're very selective with that energy as well. But anyways, so let me show you the card. So yeah, it says Moon in air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, and then it says I felt it until I didn't, right? Okay, so yeah, talking about rejecting emotions and energies and vibes and everything. But yeah, let's get straight into it. So it says 2 weeks and I wait till the feeling hits me. Bro, again talking about wait, like you want to feel something but you don't feel anything, bro, for real. Oh my god. Okay guys, that's like strongly coming in where it's like you want to feel sad for someone but you just can't help it, bro, for real. I just feel like, you know, yeah, like you're trying to, you know, be sad but you're like, bro, I can't, like I'm just so high vibrational, I really can't be doing it, you know. So yeah, maybe I just haven't let it sink in, didn't think that heartbreak would feel like this. I don't feel sorry for myself the way it doesn't hurt. Exactly, like bro, I just feel like you're someone that can definitely heal yourself. And like I said, you really don't tolerate like low vibrational shit, and people can really tell that off of like meeting you basically. And then yeah, your channel message, so I'm gonna put in the pictures now on like your vibes. So we got, what does it say here? Okay, we got Glimmer, so I'm gonna put Glimmer's picture over here from Shira, and then we got Catra. Also, you give up this vibe and this vibe. I know it's very contradicting, and then we also got Benson over here. So these are the three vibes you guys bring off basically, or people like feel like you give off these energies. Okay, so definitely different aspects of yourself represent different things. Okay, but yeah, anyways, so it says you don't want to get on your bad side. I could be your worst nightmare. I'll cut you with my words and then patch you up back again. I won't ever give up on you, this, or us. Wow, people see you as being a very intense person, definitely very intense, and they don't want to get on your bad side, bro, for real. Like definitely you could be a Gemini, like 1000% Gemini energy, where it says I felt it until I didn't, right? I just feel like, you know, once you give up on someone or once you stop caring about someone, it's kind of like you're done. There's no second chances, and you just become a very cold bitch. And not in a bad way. I just feel like people know that it's like, you know, when you're done, you mean you're done, and you're actually done, bro, as well. So yeah, I just feel like, you know, you will give your all and you will love someone to your fullest capacity, but at the same time I feel like you're wise enough to really know that, like, you know, you're wise enough to know when you need to really choose yourself as well. But at the same time, with the Page of Swords, I can see people like, you know, being a bit upset when you do cut them off, because it does say here where it's like, you know, getting on your bad side, where it says I'll cut you with my words and then patch you up again. People could feel like sometimes maybe you make a big deal out of things, or you make a mountain out of a molehill, where it's like you could be a very dramatic person, or they sometimes feel like, you know, you make too quick decisions, or they feel like, you know, you're too quick to judge, you're too quick to, you know, cut people off, you're just too quick to act basically, you know. And I feel like they're saying like they wish you would just, you know, wait long before you made your decisions, or they wish you would just, you know, be willing to just yeah, be more, how can I say, understanding to other people's feelings and emotions sometimes. So there is a vibe where it's like there could be a bit of a disconnect between your feelings and other people's feelings as well. So you might have always felt like, you know, your feelings were very alienated, or you just never ever felt like, you know, you were on the same vibration as other people in your surrounding circle, you know. So there is a vibe as well, but I feel like at the same time it's like, it's chill though, you know what I mean? Like you could definitely be a Taurus, bro, Taurus energy, Taurus. But yeah, also like, you know, Libra, Aquarius, this is screaming Aquarius and Gemini energy, okay? But yeah, I also got the Cancer, we got the Sagittarius as well. So definitely even could be a fire sign, but any zodiac sign with the Page of Swords, like I said about, they wish you would just, you know, wait until you were like, I don't know, until you're older, like they wish you would wait for something. Like I'm thinking about them wishing you could be more understanding or waiting or something. And then we got the Chariot card about, you know, your family values moving forward and everything, being uncomfortable. So yeah, I feel like you struggle connecting with other people's feelings sometimes. Maybe you aren't an empath, but like you could be maybe like clairvoyant, or you could be, you know, any one of those, like, you know, spiritual things where it's like you are very spiritual, but I feel like maybe you struggle with connecting with other people's emotions. Like that's always been a struggle for you or something, you know, or expressing your emotions, you know. And then we got the Lovers card. People feel like you're very happy with yourself. Yeah, you're happy with yourself, bro, for real. Like I just see you, like, you know, getting dressed and being happy with your body, loving yourself basically as well, and loving other people as well, literally, you know, not giving up on people, caring about people, and kind of like, bro, literally turning, like, you know, like small connections into soul connections, bro, for real. Like I just see you like actually, like, you know, twisting things and turning things into a way where it's like it just becomes a bigger deal. So like it's dramatic, but at the same time I feel like it's also, on the flip side, it's a very amazing thing, because you can turn temporary friendships into really like a soul family, a soul bond type vibe, and that's a freaking beautiful gift, bro. Definitely, I feel like you're very spiritually gifted, and you need to definitely, like, you know, try to just work on your magic and work on all of your skills and everything, because I think you're very gifted. And then we got the Temperance card again, talking about balancing each other out, balancing everything out. So yeah, you know, you could be someone that's very ritualistic, where it's like, you know, you have to knock on the doorknob 3 times before you open the door, or you have to maybe smoke a cigarette before you can start your day, or you have to have 2 sugars in your coffee to have a good day. Like, you know, I get that vibe as well, where it's like if you don't do that one thing, maybe you get very anxious or something. So people definitely do see that as well. And then yeah, with the Nine of Wands, like I said, being a very just full of desires basically. So yeah, very sexual energy as well. But anyways, that is what I got for your reading. I really hope the video resonated. I love you so much, guys, and let's get into the next one. What is up, Hanmatu? Let's get straight into your reading. So what vibes you give? Honestly, guys, what vibes you give off? Like, bro, you definitely could be like, you know, a politician. You could just be like, you know, an amazing ally. You could be a representative, an influencer or something. But I get the vibe where it's like you have such an amazing voice, like something about your throat chakras coming in, and like just I love the energy immediately. Like I just had to really compliment you on your energy, bro. Like it's amazing. Okay, but anyways, so your song is Drop Dead by Holly Humberstone. Honestly, I freaking love the song, guys. Like for real, I don't even know why, but I do. And then your overall energy is going to be the Earth sign Capricorn. I hope it's not too bright, guys. Like let me know, like, what do you guys want the light? Like, do you guys prefer if it's too bright or too dark? Because I don't know, like, I feel like it's very bright right now. Like, okay, this could be the other setting, but I like a bit brighter. I don't freaking know. But anyways, so yeah, it says I told you once and thought you heard. So anyways, the message that I heard for you, pal, too, was something about I'll put in whatever work is necessary to make this work, or something about you putting in like all of your energy, all of your heart, your soul, your blood, your sweat into everything you do basically. So I feel like the vibe that you give off, bro, is like definitely major Capricorn energy, where it's like, you know, you give off daddy vibes, you give off daddy vibes. Like let me check your channel message quickly, and I think it's bro, yes, okay, yeah, I get it, bro. So I just feel like there's a vibe where it's like you just really like exude, like I said, the daddy vibes, very like, you know, like you just seem super like mysterious. Like I don't even know how to, like, you remind me of this guy, like his name's off Jumple or something. Like I'll put his picture over here. Like he's just like, you know, super mysterious, you know, very tall, just very sophisticated, very smart, and that type of vibe as well. Like I was getting that from you. But mostly just like daddy vibes for some reason, bro. Like I don't know, like I just want to call you daddy. Like what's up, daddy? Like whatever gender, bro, for real. Especially if you're a female, bro. Like especially, okay, and my non-binaries and whatever gender you are. But anyways, so let's get straight into it. Alrighty. So okay, let me see your cards. We got the Queen of Cups. Okay, people see you, or people get the vibe that you're someone that's very emotional, very sensual, and yeah, maybe even could be a play or something. But there's like just a vibe where it's like you're very sensual, you're very emotional, you're very caring, and you care about people a lot, bro. Definitely have a huge heart, 100%. I mean, yeah, I'm just hearing something about you put your blood, you sweat, your tears into everything you care about. So I feel like if you ever have any projects, or if you're ever, you know, starting your business ventures or whatever, or even if it's like small things, I just think you're someone that's kind of like, you give your all, like no matter what, bro, for real. Like I feel like, you know, if you're sleeping with someone, like you'll make sure they come before like you're done, or just like small things, you know, like it's nice. Okay, so yeah, anyways, we got the Hierophant card. Alrighty, I also feel like you're someone that can really attune your thoughts to, you know, your intentions as well. You know, I feel like, you know, you're someone that can definitely, like, I feel like you're really good with your intentions. Maybe you're someone that says affirmations every day. You're always very intentional, and you try to keep your mind and your mental health in a very positive state as well, because it's something about you attuning your thoughts a lot, you know, and also something about you being in tune with other people's thoughts as well. So maybe you could be like a mind reader, or you enjoy just, you know, listening to people's thoughts and emotions and feelings. And yeah, something about you listening to people's thoughts basically, and like being open to your other people's opinions, and really like, you know, valuing their opinions and everything, and like not dismissing anyone's experiences, and just like, you know, being, like I said, a good ally, being a good person and everything. So I really like your energy, guys. Okay, and we got the Four of Cups that came out, right? At the same time, you're somewhere still, you know, a bit I don't want to say emotionally emotionally detached, because I feel like emotionally you are definitely there, but I feel like maybe people get the vibe where it's like they feel like you aren't emotionally invested. And I think it's contrary, because like I feel like it's just weird or contradictory, because I feel like you're someone that has, like, you know, a very huge heart, but at the same time maybe people don't see that side of you, you know, like maybe it's like they don't know you enough. Like, bro, for real, like I feel like people don't know you enough to know that sensitive side of you basically. Yeah, bro, for real. And then we got the Four of Swords, so, you know, synchronicities about healing and everything. So I feel like, you know, you could just be in the energy where it's like you're not really showing your light to the world right now. You're just, you know, in your own space. You're just thinking more, meditating, and you're just like collecting data basically. Like, yeah, bro, for real. And then we got the Tower card. Very interesting. Okay. Okay, I see. I just feel like maybe people get the vibe where it's like something happened to you in the past, and that's why you are the way you are today, basically, you know. Yeah, for real, bro. Like, I feel like, you know, when you meet someone and you can just tell that they've been through shit, they've seen shit, and it's kind of like, okay. And I feel like that's the vibe people get from me. Like, literally, as soon as they meet you, they're kind of like, oh, damn, like, hello, daddy. Because it's kind of like you give the vibe where it's like you're like emotionally detached. You give the vibe where it's like, I say, daddy vibes and everything. And you just give a very, like, you know, you're listening to people, you care about people, and you love listening. Yeah, you're listening, caring, but at the same time, you're very detached. So, you know, you keep to yourself. You love healing, and you have like a huge heart as well. And yeah, you listen to people when they talk as well. Like, if someone tells you something, you will listen intently, you know, and that's amazing as well. But I feel like at the same time, yeah, people know that you've been through shit, like you've seen shit and everything, and like, yeah, that shit changes you, bro, for real. Like, they just feel like, you know, you went somewhere and you basically can't come back, you know. So yeah, then we got the Capricorn. I told you once and I thought you heard. And yeah, the Queen of Cups. So let's get into your song. So yeah, let's see. So it says, did you come around just to start a fight? Drop dead. I let you do what you want with my heart, and I drop dead. Stop messing with my head, bro. Yes, like I literally got the vibe where it's like you don't like it when people mess with your head as well. And then, okay, I'm going to insert your pictures now of the vibe you give off. So you got Sheldon from Big Bang Theory. This is what you give off, okay? You give off his vibe, okay? And then we got Pacifica. Pacifica from Gravity Falls, okay? So I'll put a picture over here. And then yeah, so you give those two vibes as well, you know, like very contradictory, but like I was getting that vibe from you as well. And then your channeled message says, nothing can really satisfy you. You're like a traveler and never stay long enough for anyone to get to know you or you them. Bro, like I get the vibe where it's like you're just super mysterious, bro, for real. And with the Capricorn card, bro, for real, I feel like, you know, nobody ever truly knows a Capricorn. Like, I know people are always like, you know, Geminis, you can never trust him, you can never know a Gemini, but bro, the Capricorn rules the devil card for a fucking reason, bitch, okay? Like, no, I'm not saying Capricorns are like, you know, not to be trusted. I just mean Capricorns are fucking powerful as shit, bro, for real. Like, they're super fucking powerful, okay? I'm gonna stop swearing, but they're really powerful, okay? And I just feel like people get the vibe where it's like, yeah, you're very strong, you're very independent, and they feel like they're never gonna truly know you as well, because like for some reason you even remind me of like this guy Eugene Liang. Like, he's such an amazing person, but for real, like you definitely give me this vibe as well. And like definitely you could be part of the LGBTQ plus community as well. But anyways, I just feel like you're someone that's kind of like, you don't like really revealing yourself to people. I feel like you're someone that prefers to maybe just, you know, I don't want to say be in the shadows. I just feel like you're someone that if you have gone through something traumatic, or if you've been through, you know, a major life change, you prefer kind of like reflecting by yourself basically, you know. Well, I feel like you're someone that kind of like, you take your wins in private, you take your losses in private, and you are just a very private person. And even if you are like a huge extrovert, I just feel like you give off the vibe where it's like you're very disattached, disassociated. Like, like you just seem like you're very to yourself and like a huge thinker as well. So there is a vibe about you as well. And with the Hierophant, like I said about you, you know, having attuned thoughts, I feel like you're someone that's kind of like, you know, you will wake up and you'll be like, okay, today's going to be a good day, and then you end up having a good day, you know. Or like if you wake up and like you're feeling like, you know, not really feeling yourself, you feel like you're kind of like, am I really feeling it? I feel like it really reflects in your day, it reflects in your work as well. Or if you aren't, you know, giving your 1000%, people can tell as well. I feel like it's very easy to tell, you know, when you're into something and when you aren't into something as well. And you also know when to take breaks and when to, you know, also move on as well. So I feel like you know the right amount of time to kind of mourn something, and also the right amount of time to, you know, move on as well. So that's really amazing as well. And then we got the Four of Cups. So people see you as being like I said, you're not really interested. So, you know, sometimes people feel like maybe they're busy talking to you and you're kind of like, you know, in your own mind, you're not really thinking about them, where you're kind of just like, you know, in your own space and you aren't really paying attention sometimes. And I can see people being like, oh, okay, like they're not interested in what I'm busy saying. But I just feel like, you know, maybe if someone tells you a story, you're kind of like, maybe you like to imagine things happening literally. So if someone tells you a story, like you want them to give you details, you know, you want full descriptions because you like imagining things in your mind while they're busy telling you something as well, you know. But for real, it's kind of like, yeah, like you could really be into reading comic books, you know, stories and everything, literature. I just feel like you have like a huge amazing imagination. People can definitely get the vibe where it's like, yeah, your mind is like your fortress and everything, and like, yeah, bro, for real. And then we got the Four of Swords, about you being like someone that likes to heal by yourself. And I just feel like you prefer solitude over, you know, going out to parties and everything. But at the same time, you enjoy connecting with people as well. Like, you know, you love connections, you love that, bro, you love that shit. And then we got the Tower, like I said, about you going through a huge spiritual awakening and just, yeah, going through some shit basically in your past. And they wonder, like, you know, like, what did you go through or something like that. Because, yeah, it says, like, nothing satisfies you. So I just feel like people feel like you're after something, but they don't know what it is, basically. Like, you're like a traveler, and like they wonder, like, what are you after? You know, like, what is your journey? And yeah, people feel like, you know, they never get the time to get to know you, and they feel like also you don't get to know them as well. So like there is, like I said, that disassociation. And then we got the Queen of Cups. So people see you as being super emotional, you know, they see you as being, you know, like a huge heart, sensual, just like lovable, bro, like for real, like, you know, an amazing person all around. So that is what I got for part number 2. I really hope the video resonated. I love you loads, and let's get into the next one. What is up, my beautiful gemstones? It's Mary Gem, and I'm back with another video. And today's video is going to be on what vibes do you give off. So part number 3, what vibes do you give off? Honestly, like my layers are giving me pins and needles. Let me just, oh, okay, but yeah, anyways, so your song is IFLY, I Fucking Love You by Bazzy, and then your overall one is just going to be the Tell You 4. And yeah, so let's see part 3. Anyways, so your channel message that I got was also like a really like intense reading, guys. Like for real, like I got the vibe where it's like people feel like you're a very intense person. Maybe you enjoy making intense eye contact. You like making people uncomfortable sometimes. Like I got the vibe where it's like, yeah, you enjoy making people uncomfortable, you know, like you'll say like, you know, just out of the blue wacky things for no reason, or like you maybe have a very like, you know, dark humor, or like, I don't know, like a bit of like sadistic type way, but like not in a bad way, guys. I just feel like, you know, people get the vibe where it's like you're very intense, like super intense, but like, you know, in a good way though. Like, you know, the thing where they say where it's like it's only weird if you make it weird, you know, my guy. So yeah, but anyways, your channel message that I heard was something about them saying like, if you knew like, you know, your full potential, they just feel like, you know, you'd be so strong and they'd be scared of you basically. I just get the vibe where it's, oh my word, like everyone can hear me busy talking, guys, like for real. But anyways, I just feel like, you know, you have like so much potential and in your life, and like, you know, as a person, you know, as a spiritual being, as just like yourself, bro, for real. I feel like you have so much potential in yourself, and I feel like sometimes you definitely cut yourself short and you don't give yourself enough credit as well. And people can kind of tell where it's like, I don't feel like they're feeling insecurity, or like you give off like, you know, insecurity vibes. I just feel like, you know, maybe you give off like a bit of anxious vibes, or you give a bit of literally part 3. I feel like you guys just might be full of like good luck or something, but my camera died and it didn't delete all my footage, which is insane. So yeah, anyways, let's just get straight into your reading, guys. Yeah, part 3, let's get straight into it, my lucky charms. Alrighty. What vibes do you give off? So we got the Queen of Clubs. Very interesting, because the cheating pile 2, we got the Queen of Cups. So definitely you might have watched more than one pile, but I feel like, you know, you give a very fiery sense, like definitely very intense energy, you know, Scorpio, but like also, you know, fire sign energy Aries, Leo, Sag, bro. Like, honestly, are you a freaking Leo, bro? For real, like, you know, Leos, like, you're exuding like this just amazing. Like, for real, like, Leos are like low-key, sometimes they can be a bit insecure, but I feel like I love it because like also they love themselves and they're very powerful as well. Like, oh, Leos, bro, I feel like they're just like the perfect combination of like so many different aspects. So yeah, bro, for real, I just get the vibe where it's like, yeah, like you're a cool person, bro, for real. Like you're chill, okay. But yeah, fiery vibe. Okay, we got the Ace of Cups. People see you as being sometimes very emotional, very in tune with your emotions as well, bro. For real, they feel like you can tap into emotions very easily, and you don't struggle, you know, kind of admitting when you need help. You don't struggle admitting when you love someone, when you miss someone. It's kind of like you can say it with your chest, basically, bro. For real, I feel like, yeah. Okay, yes. Okay, wow. I was just taking a look at your channel message quickly. But yeah, I feel like, yeah, bro, like I feel like you really don't mind kind of, you know, admitting when you love someone, and also admitting defeat as well, you know, because low-key might be someone that's very competitive, because like it says you tell you for what? Like, you know, what am I gonna tell you for? Like, why would I want to tell you? It's like the vibe where it's like you're very bossy, but I feel like at the same time, yeah, bro, very bossy, very authentic. But I feel like you kind of know when you should admit defeat as well. And it's kind of like, yeah, you're like a Leo that's fully evolved, bro, for real, okay? And then we've got the Eight of Swords that came up, right? So also there's a vibe of you that sometimes people feel like maybe you kind of give off the vibe where it's like, I don't know how to say this, but I feel like maybe a part of you feels a bit lost sometimes. So people sometimes feel like maybe you don't really know what you want to do with your life in the future. You know, you're kind of just like still figure things out, you know. You could definitely be a student, you could be working, you could just be anything, bro, for real. And I just feel like, you know, maybe you on where you want to be in life right now. People can kind of tell that it's like, you know, this is basically your I don't want to say your hermit phase. I feel like this is more of like, you know, your journey of like, you know, going to where you want to be basically in life. And I just feel like people know that this isn't your final destination. Like they know that like you aren't comfortable with where you want to be in life right now, and they know you have bigger plans for your life as well. And they can see that about you as well, you know. I feel like you're unafraid to speak about your dreams, your aspirations, and just about anything basically. Like you're like, bro, you will say what's on your fucking mind all the time, bro, for real. I've been swearing so much in this video. It is what it is. Okay, we've got the King of Pentacles. So people see you as like, you know, exuding that money, bro. Okay, you know, I'll link it down below. Money by Cardi B. You give up this money energy, okay? Then we got the Five of Wands. So, bro, again, about, you know, really just like, you know, speaking your mind, speaking about your opinions, and really not caring if people really don't vibe with you, or people, yeah, I feel like, you know, you're watching this video, but I feel like it's very funny because I feel like you don't even care how people see you. You really don't care at all, like, bro, for real. Like I said, I was getting the vibe where it's like, you know, a bit of insecurity, but I feel like at the same time, you really don't care. Like you're kind of like someone that's like, you know, you'll be sad about something for like, you know, 5 minutes, and you'll be like, oh, whatever, I'm over it, you know. Like you give off that vibe as well, where it's like people feel like it's easy for you to kind of like, you know, move on, and like, you know, just like, yeah, they feel like it's really easy for you to move on basically, or not move on, get over things. Like I feel like it's easy for you to get over things but not move on. But yeah, so let me show you the card. So it says tell you for, like I'm getting euphoria vibes as well for some reason. But anyways, let's get into your song. So it says, touching you slowly, love how you hold me. I was a player, that was the old me. Girl, summer's been lonely. At first I was hesitant. I fucking love you. Then it says attractive but single. Oh my god, I really get the vibe, bro, for real. Okay, but I'll say it now in a second. And then let's get into your channel message. It says short tempered, you get what you want. And then, okay, I'm gonna insert the pictures of the vibe that you give off. So you give off very Gwen vibes, okay? You give off Gwen vibes from Total Drama Island. And then you also give off Courtney vibes, okay? So you give off like, you know, Aquarius and Capricorn, bro. Like you give off like, you know, different types of energy, but like also like, you know, fire sign energy as well. So yeah. And then it says super hard to miss you, princess. Ooh, okay, maybe you enjoy being called princess, or you like being called, you know, nicknames, or you have a nickname or something, but something about like, yeah, I feel like you definitely could be in love with someone right now. But I get the vibe where it's like you could definitely just have a lot of feelings for somebody right now, or someone has feelings for you, like someone has a crush on you. And I'll make a video on who's a crush on you as well. But anyways, let's get straight into it. So what I was gonna say about your channel message, where it says single but attractive, I just feel like, you know, pile 3, people see you as being someone that's very attractive, but at the same time I feel like you're someone that's kind of like, okay, bro, like, you know, fuckboys, bro, like, you know, someone that looks like a fuckboy. I feel like people feel like you look like a fuckboy, a fuckgirl, or whatever gender you are, you know. Yeah, I feel like people just feel like you look like that, but at the same time I feel like you're someone that doesn't, you aren't like that at all, you know. I feel like looks are very deceiving to you, where it's like, you know, you might seem like you're very shy or whatever, but it's like actually you're not shy at all, you know, or like vice versa, like you come off very like, you know, shy. what you come up very extroverted but actually very shy, you know. I feel like people always like, you know, get your actual intentions mixed up with, you know, who you are on the inside as well. So there is a vibe about you as well, but like it's cool though. Like it was really funny where it's like, you know, people like, oh yeah, like you must have like so many, you know, people's numbers, or like you must be getting with everyone. Then it's like, no bro, like you're at home, you're doing nothing, bro. Like you're literally watching Netflix, you're eating food, like you're not doing anything, you're entertaining nobody, bro, for real. Like it's corona. Like this is a timeless reading, bro, but I just feel like, you know, people are always expecting things of you, like, you know, thinking things about you, but it's like it's not even true, bro. But anyways, so with the Tally 4 card, I really feel like this vibe is kind of like you really don't care what people have to say about you, and you also, you know, say your mind like whenever you want to. Like I feel like that's the vibe I give for. Like I just feel like, you know, you're gonna be like, this doesn't resonate, or like, no, this isn't me, bro. And I feel like, bro, you lying. Like I feel like if you think about it, bro, like think about it realistically, bro, I feel like people just see you as being this person, you know. Like I just feel like there's like a checklist of everything, and it's kind of like, okay, just like check it down, bro, for real. Like you're hilarious, okay, you could be a funny person as well. But yeah, people feel like, you know, you low-key might be a bit short-tempered sometimes, but you always get what you want, bro, at the end of the day. I feel like also you enjoy sweet-talking people, and I feel like you could be an amazing massager as well. Like, you know, you're like a good masseuse, you know. I feel like you work magic with your hands, hand jobs, fingering, and I just feel like for some reason maybe your lower, like your weak point or whatever is like your ears. Like if someone caresses your ears, like that's your freaking a weak spot, bro, for real. Like I'm getting that as well. So yeah, people like to wanna, like, you know, like what to a safe word or something, like, you know, super kinky ass shit, bro. So people could even think that, you know, you're very kinky and everything, but like, you know, like that's dope, you know, do you. So there is a vibe about you as well, bro. Like I freaking love this energy. Why? Okay. And then we've got the Ace of Cups. So people see, or people get the vibe that, like, you know, you're someone that's very emotional, but I feel like at the same time you can just tap into emotions very easily, very quickly. You know, you could be even like an actress, an actor, or like you could be a tarot reader, you could be doing anything, but I feel like it has to do something with performing or interacting with people. And I just feel like, you know, if you have to do a sad scene, or like if you have to be sad, like, you know, you can get sad. If you have to be happy, you'll get happy, you know. There's just a vibe where it's like, you know, if you have to do something, you'll do it if you have to, you know. If someone asks you to do something for work, you'll do it, you know. But yeah, I just feel like, you know, like you definitely have a lot of potential to, you know, just be this amazing person. And not that you're amazing now, I just feel like, you know, your potential like is so freaking much, and I just feel like there's so much in store for you in the future that's kind of like, you know, you're just basically hitting the iceberg, or the tip of the iceberg basically, you know. So, and people can tell that as well, but for like, I just feel like people see you and they see you and they're kind of like, bro, like you're gonna be doing amazing big things one day, and like that's on period, you know. Like they're saying, you know, remember me when you're big and like, you know, doing the things. The Eight of Swords. So I feel like, you know, now maybe people get the vibe where it's like you feel like maybe you aren't, you know, where you want to be in life right now, and like they just get the vibe where it's like they're saying, you know, they don't want you to get down on like this one setback in your life. You know, maybe you got laid off at work, or maybe you're in a relationship that isn't, you know, the best for you, you know. And I just feel like people are saying like, you know, like this isn't going to represent, you know, your future, and they're just saying like, you know, things are going to change, and like they're very excited for everything that's going to happen to you in the future. So yeah, there is a vibe where it's like, you know, people get the vibe where it's like maybe you give up on like a certain thing that you really care about, you know. Maybe when you were younger, you always wanted to be, like, say for example, you always wanted to be a singer, but then you were kind of like, no, I'm not going to be a singer, I'm rather just going to be an accountant, or I'm going to be a doctor, I'm going to be a lawyer, I'm going to be a teacher, I'm going to be this, I'm going to be this, because it's more stable. And I just feel like, you know, you give up on a dream that was really important to you, and people can kind of tell as well, like they feel like they meet you and they're kind of like, nah, like there's something bigger like that you should be doing. They're kind of like, nah, like there's something about it that's kind of like you don't belong here, like you're supposed to be doing other things, but like you're not supposed to be like that type of vibe as well. And yeah, King of Pentacles, people see you as like, you know, making a lot of money, exuding that, you know, big bang type vibe. Like, bro, I'll link down the song Big Bang to Little Bang. Oh guys, that song, yeah, Big Bang, bro, for real. The Five of Wands, you know, contradicting opinions, and speaking your voice, and not really having productive conversations sometimes. So I just feel like, you know, you're kind of like, you know, your word basically is the end, or like you like having the final say, you like having the last word as well. Like low-key, you might be a very petty person, but yeah. And then with the Queen of Wands, you know, you're very popular, very likable. I feel like a lot of people are very attracted to you as well, definitely, and are drawn to you as well, like, you know, they like talking to you and everything. People like approaching you for like no reason. I feel like, you know, you could literally be going out to the mall anyway, and people just approach you for no reason, bro, for real, and they just talk to you for no reason, bro. Like I get the vibe where it's like people just want to talk to you. for real. Or like they want to hear your opinion, like even if they know like it's gonna hurt their feelings, they're kind of like, okay, just say like, you know, just lay it to me straight, bro. But yeah, that is what I got for pile number 3. I really hope the video resonated. I love you loads, and let's get into the next one. What is up, my beautiful gemstones? Let's get straight into the video. So pile number 4, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, what vibes do you give off? So literally, guys, my camera died, super upset, but it is what it is. Let me just say anyway. So your song is Guiltless by Dodie, and then your overall energy is going to be the more work, stress, and time variety. So before we get into your channel message that I got was like really nice, so like for real. I just got the energy where it's kind of like this person saying that like they see you as being someone that has so much potential, you know. I feel like you're someone that definitely is very strong, and I just feel like, you know, I just got someone saying like they feel like you're so intelligent and like you're a hard worker basically, and something about like you having this I don't know, like persistent and like constant energy where it's kind of like I feel like you're someone that will, you know, put in the work and effort for like what you want, even if it takes like, you know, a really long time. Or the vibe is kind of like, I feel like there's the energy where it's like, say now you have to literally, say now you're starting to become a doctor, like whatever, you know, I feel like, you know, you'll put in the work where it's like, bro, you literally have to put in like, you know, 10+ hours of work. Or maybe you have a job where it's like you love, like you work like, you know, long hard hours, and it's like you don't get paid well. And I feel like, you know, you'll just like, you know, endure it, and you'll do it because it's kind of like, there's a vibe where it's like you just seem like a very hard worker, and you seem like someone that really understands like, you know, hard work and everything. And like yeah, I just feel like, you know, you're in it for basically the long run, and like you're in it for like the long haul. And yeah, there's something very like understanding and nice about you as well. Like it's kind of like you understand people as well. And you know, maybe you're someone that like you enjoy learning about other people's cultures for fun. And I just feel like, you know, like that's an amazing quality and trait to have. Like let me know if you guys do enjoy doing that as well. Like, or maybe you enjoy learning languages, or it's just like you enjoy, you know, connecting with people. And like I said, expanding your knowledge, expanding your vocabulary, expanding everything. So I just feel like there's a vibe where it's kind of like you don't really like, you know, close yourself off to people, or like there's a vibe where it's like you'll like, you know, you will feel one more person, you know. Like I feel like if you have a house or one day when you do have a house, like, you know, you'll constantly, you know, be giving to charity. When people get the vibe where like you seem like someone that's very giving, very kind, very open. And like I said, you know, it's also the vibe where it's like people feel like also they're very different to you in a sense where it's kind of like they feel like they can't basically do your job as well, you know. Like I just see someone saying like, you know, like, bro, like I could never do what you do, like that's just not for me, like that's way too hard, I can't do this. And I just feel like, you know, people really appreciate you and what you do and your role in society basically, and like that's so freaking amazing. So yeah, anyways, let's get straight into it. So we've got the Three of Pentacles. So again, this talks about kind of like, you know, communication. It talks about winning people over, and I feel like maybe you enjoy arguing, you enjoy having a good bantering conversation. Like yeah, bro, for real, I feel like you enjoy having spicy conversations, you enjoy arguing for fun sometimes, or you just enjoy, you know, having conversations late at night. You enjoy but not phone calls. Maybe you've been someone that prefers video calls or phone calls over texting as well. Or like whenever you text people, you always use a lot of emojis, you're very expressive. But there's something about you just connecting with people on like a very deep level as well. So it's really nice though. But like especially about you learning about other people's cultures coming up a lot. So it's really nice. Okay, or like you're just very open as well. So okay, we also got the Sun card that came up, right? Sorry, I was busy counting the cards. You guys got the most cards as well, powerful. So yeah, period. Like that really does show it's like you have a lot of different energy and different vibes as well. So I feel like, you know, different people see you in different ways and different lights. We've got the Sun card, and this talks about, you know, amazing happy energy. It talks about just like fun, faith, living life, you know, to the fullest, fulfillment, you know, change, new beginnings and everything. We've got the King of Wands, again about being very authentic, you know, and enjoying like, you know, spicy conversations. You enjoy, you know, ruffling people's feathers. I feel like you enjoy having fun, you enjoy playing pranks on people. Like I just get the vibe where it's like you're a huge goofball, you enjoy having a good time basically, but you know, at the same time you're a very hard worker. You even could be someone that's super serious, but I feel like, you know, like you'll be like, you know, making jokes, or like, you know, you'll be funny out of nowhere, or like sometimes maybe you say very inappropriate jokes sometimes, and I'm busy whispering because literally my entire family can hear me. But yeah, I feel like maybe sometimes you make inappropriate jokes sometimes or something, or it's kind of like whenever you do make a joke, it's kind of like very funny as well, because like because usually you're very like serious, or you're very quiet or something. Okay, the Seven of Swords. Ooh, So there is a vibe about you, bro, where it's like low-key. Maybe people sometimes get the vibe where it's like low-key you could be a lie or something, but like not in a bad way though, because I even remember when I took out this card before when I was busy doing the reading and then my camera died. I forgot we even had this card, but I just got the vibe with the Seven of Swords because these cards are so nice, and like this, the Sun card being on influencing the Seven of Swords, I just feel like there's a vibe where it's like people feel like you maybe lie about your achievements sometimes, or say now you, like I said, you were studying, or maybe say now you had like you were busy working and you were working like maybe let's say a 13-hour shift, you were like, you know, you were at work or something, or let's say you had a really bad day. I can just see you being like, oh yeah, like it was fine, like it was great, like I had an amazing day, like bro, no sweat, like yeah. And I just feel like, you know, like it's like, ooh, you know, I just feel like people sometimes feel like you're sometimes being a bit dishonest, or it's kind of like you don't really like, you know, go in detail of like, you know, how long to basically to get to where you are right now, or like, you know, you don't like, you know, talking about your journey to, you know, the King of Pentacles, you know, because I feel like, you know, you exude a lot of our ways, like you make a lot of money, but I feel like you work very hard for your money as well. And people like, you know, wonder like, you know, how do you make so much money, or like they wonder like, you know, how did you get to where you are right now, basically. Like they're saying like, do you have connections, or like, you know, are you doing things under the table, like, you know, are you doing everything like, you know, hands clean, or like, you know, like they're wondering like, you know, how are you making money, like, you know, like what's popping with you, are you keeping any secrets, like they wonder like, you know, is there any sketchy business basically going on with you. But I feel like that's just like the vibe that they get, like they're wondering like, you know, are you sketchy, like, you know, like I don't know, like something seeming but sketchy with you, bro, for real. But then we got the Two of Swords. I just feel like, you know, you give it the vibe where it's like you're very defensive, you're very to yourself, and I feel like you don't like kind of like, you know, opening up basically to a lot of people. I feel like you're just someone that's kind of like, you feel like there's like, you know, appropriate talk for you know, certain events basically, where it's like there's a time and place for everything. I feel like you're someone that's kind of like, if you're out, you know, at dinner or something, you won't talk about, you know, politics, you won't talk about maybe your job, you won't talk about, you know, how much you earn, or just like, you know, polite things where it's like you don't ask about people's income, like you just won't do that, you know. And people really feel like they get that vibe from you as well, where it's like, but they're so curious, like I just feel like people are very curious about you. But yeah, so it says more work, stress and time. And then yeah, let's get into your song. So Guiltless by Dodie. So it says, there's a wall in my life built by you. You open a door that a kid shouldn't walk through. Oh, I'm not bitter, I'm just tired, and I could never let you know. You believe you're guiltless. And then it says Queen's Gambit. So I'm going to insert the photos now of the energy or the vibe that you give off basically. So we got Queen's Gambit, the main character person. So you give up her vibe a little bit, okay? A little bit of her vibe, like, you know, maybe you could be a kid prodigy or something, or enjoy chess. And then we also got the person from The Little Prince, the little girl, like we got this person as well, again talking about, you know, being a prodigy, being very intelligent and everything. But yeah, like I feel like you're very intelligent, like you seem very intelligent. And then we also got the professor from Powerpuff of Girls. So like this is also the energy that I'm busy getting. So definitely, you know, these three people, like I feel like you give off that vibe basically. But yeah, anyways, and then your channel message shares. So your channel message says, you are so smart and badass, there's nothing I wouldn't do for you. You're so you're so hot without even trying. I like how you smile when you don't know what to say. You're the most interesting person I've ever met. Bro, literally, I'm not even freaking kidding you. Like, when my camera died, I was like busy charging it, right? And like I kept hearing the words, you're so interesting, you're the most interesting person I ever met. And I was like, I wonder if that's the channel message for this pile. And bro, like literally that's so much synchronicities. Definitely, bro, pile 4, if you pick this pile, like you are meant to listen to this, you're meant to watch this, bro, for real. I feel like people just find you so fascinating, they find you so interesting, intriguing, and like they want to know everything about you basically, bro, for real. But yeah, with the more work, stress and time, I just feel like people see you as being someone, or you give it the vibe where it's like, you know, you're very busy, you have a lot on your plate, like you're just very busy basically, where it's kind of like people basically have to book an appointment with you if they want to hang out with you, or they just feel like, you know, whenever you spend time with someone, it's kind of like you really like had to maybe clear your schedule, or people kind of feel like very bad when they have to reach out to you sometimes because maybe they're afraid that, like, you know, you're not going to reply, or they're afraid that they're busy bothering you. So I do get the vibe where it's kind of like some people, you know, are afraid to approach you sometimes, you know, either because they find you intimidating, or just because they don't want to bother you with your work or whatever, you know, because they know what you do is very important to you, and they don't want to, you know, like, you know, step in the way of you and your happiness basically. Because I just feel like, yeah, people sometimes feel like, you know, they're interrupting your happiness whenever they speak to you sometimes. Because like maybe you look upset when you talk to people, or like you have a resting bitch face, but like there's a vibe where it's kind of like, you know, maybe your job makes you happy, or like something makes you happy, that your family makes you happy, and it's kind of like every time you're on with your family, or every time you're on doing your job, like you're unhappy, you know. So people kind of feel like, you know, you found your bliss basically, and like that's so freaking amazing. But yeah guys, it's gonna be such a long freaking pile. Anyways, we got the Three of Pentacles. I feel like you enjoy winning people over. Like I said, you enjoy having conversations, video calls, over texting. Like yeah, you enjoy spending quality time with people as well. Definitely quality time can be one of your love languages. You don't judge people as well. You love opening people up. You love just like being open and everything. The Sun card, you know, having good and healthy relationships, definitely. But I feel like you love romantic relationships. Like I feel like you're over the whole toxic shit. You're over all that as well. The King of Wands, you know, you have a fiery personality as well, and people know they can't change you. Seven of Swords about lying. Two of Swords about defensive energy. And yeah, the King of Pentacles, I feel like, you know, you enjoy making your money and everything, and people know that it's kind of like they can't come between you and your job, you and your loved ones, you and your family. That's kind of like it's a no basically, you know. So yeah guys, honestly, and they find it to be so attractive, so hot bro for real, like without even trying. Like literally the King of Wands, like there's someone that's like, you know, just attractive, like, you know, just by being themselves. And that's super amazing. So yeah, powerful, that is what I got for your reading. I really hope the video resonated. I love you so much, and let's get into the next one. What is up, pile number 5? Let's get straight into your reading. So your song is Waste by Dove Cameron, and then your overall energy is going to be the water sign Scorpio. It says understand my eyes, not my opinions. And literally guys, for some reason, like I was getting a vibe, like I was getting Princess Elsa vibes for some reason, bro. Like tell me why. Like I'll link down the song, you know, Let It Go and everything. Like yeah, like I just got that vibe where it's like let it go. So maybe you're thinking about letting go of someone or something, or you're going through a lot of changes basically. But yeah, anyway, so the channel message that I heard for you was very interesting, because literally I heard it like, you know, since the beginning of the reading as well, and I just kept hearing the same thing over and over again, so I'll say it. But I heard them say something like you're afraid to get hurt. So maybe people get the vibe where it's kind of like maybe you sometimes keep your distance from people, or maybe you don't always fully, you know, open up. You don't fully invest yourself in people because you're afraid they're gonna leave or something, or you don't like opening up to people, or you're afraid to get hurt, you know. And I feel like maybe people can kind of tell that it's like you don't want to get hurt again, you know. Like maybe you're someone that's always like, yeah, like don't hurt me or something. But at the same time, I also felt like I heard someone else say like, thank you for being so gentle with me, thank you for being so understanding, and thank you for not breaking my heart, bro, for real. So I'll link down the song I Won't Break Your Heart by Corinne Bailey. But they just a vibe where it's kind of like people see it's like Loki being the big spoon, being very dominant, being very, you know, masculine energy, you know, definitely divine feminine and everything. But I just feel like I was getting a lot of masculine big spoon type vibe as well. So people feel like low-key like very, I'm just gonna be very misogynistic, but you wear the pants in the relationship, and like I'm not misogynistic at all guys. I just get the vibe where it's like this like vibe where it's like, you know, you're in charge, you're large and in charge, and like that type of vibe as well though. So yeah guys, like it's really nice. So like I just got the vibe where it's like you're afraid to get hurt, but at the same time I feel like you're someone that's very kind of like you have a reason for everything that you do. And I just feel like, you know, a lot of things happen in the behind the scenes, or maybe it's kind of like you don't always share, you know, parts of yourself with everybody, you know. Maybe it's kind of like you have certain friends that you know you can't, you know, tell everything to, because it's kind of like either they're gonna, you know, reject you or leave you or something, so you prefer rather to just, you know, maybe stay quiet and not really like, you know, express yourself, because you know it's gonna, you know, offend them. Like say now, for example, like for me, like say now, because I'm a tarot reader, like I know some of my friends are Christians, I can't talk about this shit with them, you know, so I won't. And I kind of feel like maybe you're the same way. It's like, you know, if you know something's gonna upset somebody, you won't say something, you know, or like you know when to hold your tongue, you know when to just like, you know, not say something. So yeah, I feel like you know how to like basically not ruin a moment as well, and like you know how to make things romantic and everything, and it's really nice. But yeah, anyways, enough of that, let's get straight into it. So what vibe do you give off? Okay, I've got the Ace of Swords again. I was getting the vibe where it's like you could definitely be someone that's super mega ultra spiritual, bro. Definitely, you know, just like, yeah, very spiritual, very, you know, like the Ace of Swords is basically the death card, bro, for real. The Transformer card, just like, yeah, being very, 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 very spiritual, you know. You definitely could even be like asexual or something as well, bro, definitely. But yeah, okay, we got the Judgment card. Do you guys get the, oh, you guys got the most cards as well? Okay, well, yeah, I've got the Judgment card that came out, right? So I just feel like, you know, people feel like you're someone that definitely judges people low-key, you know, especially if you're a Scorpio, bro. Scorpios are so judgmental, but at the same time I feel like you're someone that's just very observant, you know. And I feel like, you know, maybe when you're busy observing people, that comes off as you basically judging them. But I feel like it's kind of like you like to take situations into your own hands sometimes, or at least that's how it comes off to people. Because like I said about you making a decision not to show your true colors to your friends, or maybe you making a decision to not do this, to do this or something, and it's kind of like people feel like you don't mind making the big shots, you don't mind, you know, making the big decisions, you don't mind doing that as well, you don't mind being in a position of power, you don't mind having a lot of power, you don't mind the stuff, you know. I feel like it doesn't make you uncomfortable as well, and like you basically also allow yourself to also be comfortable with being uncomfortable as well. I just feel like, you know, you've been through so many different transformations and transitions in your life where it's kind of like nothing can basically get you down, bro, for real. It's kind of like you're made of rock at this point, and it's like, go you, okay? Bro, the death card, are you kidding me? Literally, this is the death card. Literally, this is clarified. This just talks about you leaving behind your own shell and kind of like, you know, becoming a new person. So there's a vibe about your vibe where it's kind of like people feel like you're definitely not the same person you were maybe 5 years ago, a week ago, 3 years ago. It's kind of like they know you are a completely different person, and there's no use trying to kind of like, you know, just live in the past, basically. You know, I just feel like you're someone that's kind of like, you live in the now, you live in the present, and you appreciate each moment as well, and people can really tell that as well. I just feel like, you know, you enjoy the sunsets, you enjoy small things as well, but like it's really nice. So but yeah, you're a very complex person as well. We've got the 7 of Pentacles. I just feel like, again, like I feel like, you know, this has been a long awaited change, a long awaited everything, and it's kind of like finally you're comfortable with yourself, finally you are the person that you want to be as well. But maybe sometimes you still choose, you know, you make too much decisions sometimes. I feel like it's talking about as well, take a step back and let the universe also do its, you know, thing. Because the 7 of Pentacles talks about waiting for, you know, the money to come in, and like this person literally is like so freaking unaware of like, you know, all their fortune that's about to come. Like they're kind of like sad, and like they're thinking like, you know, where's my pentacles, I've been working so hard. And then it's kind of like, bro, it's coming, your blessings are coming. And Pile 5, let me know if you guys want me to do a video on your blessings that are coming. I love you loads. But yeah, guys, for real, I feel like it's definitely coming, like, you know, the rewards, the fortunes and everything, okay? And people just feel like, you know, it took a long time for you to also open up to them as well, and they felt like they would have to like basically jump through hurdles, jump through hoops to, you know, just get to know you and everything. Or maybe it's very hard to make plans with you as well, like you're just always busy, or you always blow people off as well, like you're always like, oh, I'm sorry, I'm busy, or you're kind of like saying like, bro, I don't want to hang out with you, like that, straight up, like I just don't want to hang out with you. Like you'll be dead ass, like you'll say it just like that as well. Like I can see you doing that. Like you could definitely be a Sagittarius as well, like freaking hell, bro. I love Sagittarius people, like, oh, my weakness. Okay, we got the strength card. People see you as being such a strong person, like you have a lot of strength of character as well, bro. Like I feel like you have such strong morals, and it's like you don't believe in, you know, pain and like hurting people, and it's kind of like you just want, you know, a world where like there's no capitalism, and it's just, you know, peace, love, equality and everything. And it's like, yes, queen, okay, queen, king, whichever gender. And then we've got the 8 of Pentacles again, but literally this consecutive energy where it's like, you know, you're waiting for something and then finally you dig it, and it's kind of like investing back in it as well, you know. I feel like especially Pile 5, if you are starting a business or something, like definitely I'll make another career reading, because I keep talking about business, like I'm gonna make a career reading soon. But I feel like, you know, say now you made a business, bro, and like you got back, you put in 10 rand, you put 10 rand in your account now in your business, you get back a 20 rand. I can see you being like, okay, I'm putting this 20 rand in my account, or back in my business now. I can just see you kind of like, you know, investing again, bro, for real. And like that's super freaking amazing as well. People just see you as being someone that's kind of like, you enjoy saving the planet, the environment, you enjoy, you know, recycling, reduce, reuse, recycle and everything. You even could be a vegan, vegetarian, or you're thinking about, you know, like you do a lot of different diets and everything. Like you can take care of your mental health, your physical health, bro, a lot. You like being fit, basically. But yeah, anyway, so we got the Scorpio, understand my eyes, not my opinions, I mean not my actions. And then yeah, let's get into your song. I've been talking for 8 minutes and I didn't even get to your song or your cards. Well, I mean, anyways, so it says, while you have me in your hands like a cigarette, now I'm here in your room hitting snooze on the side of your bed. My mom thinks I need therapy because I only sing about you. Guys, what zodiac sign is Cameron? Is Dove Cameron? I don't even know. I'll put it over here. Ugh, there's gonna be so much editing, but like whatever. And then I'm going to put also your vibe that you give off, the vibe you give off as well. So pile number 5, the vibe you give off is drumroll. Okay, the pictures are, so you give off very like, you know, Kim Possible type vibe where it's like, you know, call me, beat me if you want to need me. Like you give off that vibe, and you also give off like Ron as well from Kim Possible. Like for some reason I'm getting the vibe where it's like you just seem like someone that's kind of like nothing can stop you. You know, I'm all the way up, dun, 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 like that type of vibe where it's like, you know, you just enjoy adventure, you enjoy, you know, doing new things. And yeah, like Kim Possible and Ron Weasel, like bro, literally the two of them together were unstoppable. Nobody could stop them. They were just, you know, doing the things, and then we're in high school as well. So I just feel like, you know, like nothing is too much for you, bro, for real. Like, you know, the strength card, you guys are so strong, you know, emotionally. And I just feel like, you know, you're just able to really like, you know, move on, and like just, I don't know, I just feel like, you know, like there's like this vibe where it's like a lot of depth to you, basically depth. But yeah, anyway, I didn't even read your channel message. So it says, sometimes you're like a Rubik's Cube, so complex. Other times I feel like you're an open book. I can see right through you. I trusted you. Oh, and then also another person is Mabel from Gravity Falls. You also give off this vibe as well. And literally something that they all had in common was about adventures and mysteries, and, you know, trying to find mysteries and trying to find, trying to solve them as well. So yeah. With the Scorpio card, I just feel like, wait, is understand my eyes on my actions. You're kind of someone that's like, yeah, you know, I feel like, you know, even if you had to make a tough decision, you know, it affects you still the same. And it's kind of like you're able to really just, you know, be able to be really objective as well. And like that's a really good quality to have as well. I feel like, you know, you have like a lot of leadership skills, and you're able to really just like, you know, even if you're working with family or friends, like, you know how to kind of be like, listen bro, like I know you're my best friend, I know you're my family, but like this is what we have to do, and if you can't do this, and I think we need to end this, you know. And I feel like you're able to really just like, you know, say it how it is, and just like, you know, yeah, end things, walk away. And because you know what, you know what you need to do, basically, and you know where you want to be as well. And I kind of feel like, you know, definitely pile 5, you might be having a lot of visions, or your third eye is open or something, but I feel like you know where you want to be, and it's kind of like you have to make the tough call sometimes, bro. And I feel like pile 5, people can kind of tell where it's like maybe they're walking on eggshells with you, or they just feel like, you know, you're not the same person you were, basically, you know, a week ago, 4 years ago, whatever. And they can't change your mind about something, and they feel like you've just been working really hard and investing a lot of time and energy into one thing, one project. And like you're a very strong person as well. And I feel like maybe you've been always like, you know, like more mature than your friends, or more mature than your family members, or maybe you had to grow up at a very young age or something, and you always have to be, you know, the oldest, the big sister, the big brother, whichever gender, you know, the oldest sibling, basically. But yeah, like that's about right. It's like you're super complex, but I feel like at the same time people feel like they can see through you, you know. Like although, you know, you aren't the same person, I feel like it's still very obvious what you want and your vision for the world, and the vision you have for yourself as well, you know. It's very self-explanatory. It's kind of like you're saying, listen bro, like it's not that simple. Like I mean, it's simple. Like I just want this and this and this and this, you know. I feel like it's very like, you know, straightforward. You're a very straightforward person as well. And people can kind of tell the person who you are just like by meeting you, you know. And honestly, those are the base people where it's like you don't have to guess, like, you know, are they your friend, are they your foe. It's like people know where you stand with them as well, and like that's super dope. So yeah, pile 5, that's what I got for your reading. I really hope the video resonated. I love you so much, and let's get into the next one. What is up, my beautiful gemstones? It's Mary Gem, and I'm back with another video. Let's get straight into your reading, pile number 6. So what is the vibes that you give off to people? What is the vibes you exude from yourself? Okay. So let's get straight into it. So your overall energy is going to be the fire sign Leo. It says, I brought you in anything else. And then your song is Robin Hood by Anson Sebra. Okay, and let's get straight into it. So guys, like bro, I'm not even kidding you. Like pile number 6, like you were the last pile that I'm doing now, obviously, and like also the last pile that I was busy channeling as well, because I pre-shuffled the cards, and literally, like, I'm not even kidding you, like I heard your guys' message like ringing through my ear for like at least 10 minutes after I was done channeling, and I was like, okay. So yeah, I just feel like, you know, you make a very lasting impression on people, and it's kind of like people feel like they can't always get you out of their head sometimes. Yeah, when they first meet, it's kind of like they're saying like there's something about you that I just can't get out of my head about you. Or it's like, you know, maybe people are very like, you look so familiar or something. You have a very familiar face as well, definitely, bro. Like a very generic face, but I feel like it's very familiar as well. or it's just very easy to get comfortable with you as well, definitely. But anyways, like the message I heard for you was very different, and like let me know if this resonates, guys, for real. But I heard like this person say like, you are like my ocean even though you're made of fire. Like literally I just heard them saying like, you're my ocean but you're made of fire, or like, yeah, like what the heck. So I just feel like, you know, this person kind of feels like maybe, you know, you kind of bring them back to reality. You know, I feel like you're definitely someone that just, you give it the vibe where it's like you're basically a reality chick, you know. Like I got the vibe where it's like maybe you are the mom friend, and you know, by no stereotypical means, I just mean like maybe you're someone that just, you always take in the role to take care of people, you know, no matter what, no matter who they are. You know, like you'll meet someone, you'll just be like, oh hey best friend, or like you just instantly connect with people, like it doesn't matter who they are, where they're from, or you just always have felt like just like helping people, and like, you know, taking that role upon yourself basically, even if nobody, you know, made you be that person. It's kind of like you're someone that's like, yeah, no one told me, but like it's just who I am, you know. I feel like that's the vibe that you give off, where it's kind of like that's just who you are. And I heard someone say like, thank you for bringing me back, you know. Like they're saying like, you know, if it wasn't for you, like they would have, you know, gone all the way, and just happy that like, you know, you held them back, you know, like you guided them and everything. So I just feel like, you know, people see you as being a teacher, a leader and everything. Bro, Robin Hood, they see you as being like low-key Robin Hood, like low-key. But I just feel like, you know, maybe if you're afraid, like guys, this will only resonate with some people, you know, like maybe your friend is like someone that's like, you know, drinking hectically and everything. I can see you being like, bro, stop, like you're cut off, like you're not doing anymore. And like, you know, taking them home, taking care of them, brushing their teeth for them, or maybe not that, but brushing their teeth for them, putting them in pajamas and getting them in bed, you know. It's kind of like you've just always cared about people a lot. And yeah, but like was really nice. So let's get straight into it. Anyways, what vibes do you give off? Okay, so we've got the Two of Cups again, but so she talks about, you know, mutual feelings, talks about partnerships, it talks about just being open with your feelings emotionally and being honest with yourself as well. So I feel like, you know, yeah, definitely, like I said, reality check and being honest, that's the vibe you give off. You give off like, you know, honest vibes, and you give off unapologetic vibes, you give off just like amazing, awesome vibes, bro, for real. Like you give off awesome vibes, okay? We've got the Six of Wands that came up, right? So I just feel like, you know, maybe people feel like even if you try to like, you know, avoid the spotlight, I feel like, you know, it always just ends up finding you as well. But you could definitely be a Cancer, because I know so many Cancers, bro. You could definitely be a Leo. I mean, bro, Leo, of course, Leo spotlight, period. But like, yeah, definitely. But there could be maybe from like, you know, let's say May to August, bro, for real. Like May to August, maybe September, October, but like mostly May to August, or like July and August or something like that, like late July, early August, you know, like that's the Leo sign. But like also maybe like you're a Cancer cusp, or like you're a Cancer signature. But anyways, I've heard a lot of Cancer say that they kind of always feel like they've just been in the spotlight, and like it just happens to them, you know. And Cancers are usually very shy, and I just feel like, you know, like Cancers always sometimes get mistaken for Leos, and Leos get mistaken for Cancer sometimes, you know. So yeah, I know, I just feel like, you know, you're always in the spotlight, and people feel like, you know, you're like, you know, like just like the life of the party. And yeah, it's easy to talk to you and everything. Basically, we've got the Emperor card. People see you as being literally such a strong person, like, you know, strong presence and everything, where it's kind of like if you enter the room, everybody turns their necks, they break their necks. But this song where it's like, I'll link it down below, by Amine, I think it's called You Telling Me You Sat on Your Motherfucking B-Day, bitch, what the fuck. And then it's like, I forgot what it's called, but I'll link it down below. Okay, definitely could be an Aries, like a fire sign as well. We've got the Nine of Swords, bitch. I did get the vibe over, like I was getting it though, like, you know, I feel like maybe you also give the vibe off where it's kind of like people sometimes mistake your kindness for weakness, you know. And I feel like, you know, people have basically had to learn the hard way that it's kind of like you will only go so far. And I feel like it's again about like, you know, how far you go. I feel like there's a poem called, you know, Go All the Way by Charles Bukowski. I'll link it down below, where he talks about, you know, go all the way, or like, you know, go big or go home basically. And maybe like that's your motto, and you're kind of like, you know, go big or go home. But I feel like at the same time, people have definitely, you know, mistaken your kindness for weakness, and you've kind of like, you know, had to learn who you can trust and who you can't as well. And I just feel like you have such a big heart basically, and like you're just someone that wants to love people basically, bro, for real. Like I'm getting Piscean energy, like, bro, for real. But like honestly guys, I feel like fire signs are literally the new water signs, and don't even at me. And water signs are the new air signs, and air signs are the new earth signs, and that is so true, okay? And earth signs are the new fire signs. Yeah, I don't know what I was talking about. Anyways, and then we also got the Three of Wands, okay? it talks about waiting for someone and then realizing that basically you are the main character and you can, basically, take your life into your own hands as well. So I just feel like, maybe people feel like in the past you used to let people, walk over you, or you used to be someone that would just be like, a slave to love sometimes, and like be very hopeless romantic sometimes, or you just like, not think about, the future too much. You just like, like do what you wanted to do, and you wouldn't think about repercussions. And I feel like people feel like now though you've grown a lot, and you realize that it's kind of like you can't just do what you want to do, because like, your actions have repercussions and people are going to be affected by, what you do. But anyways, so the fire sign Leo, and then it says, I brought you in anything else. I feel like also you're someone that's kind of like, you believe in like basically your own pack, bro. Like for real, like I'm being like, a wolf, teen wolf type vibe, where it's like you have your close friends, your close family members, and it's kind of like you do anything for them. Like, like they're your ride or die. And sometimes they take advantage of that as well. But yeah, anyways, let's get into your song. So it says, could have been my happy ever after, living like we're a fairy tale. I should have known, I gave you all I had to lose, my sins, my sweetest ecstasy. But for real, like I used to love the song so much, guys. I was like, oh yeah. And then let's get into your what a vibe to give off. So I'm gonna put your pictures now. It's like the vibe people get from you when they first meet you or something, or in general. So the vibe you give off is entrapter. So you give off entrapter vibes, guys, for some reason. Like, okay, entrapter and the other guy that she's with, like you give off these two people, guys, like for some reason. But yeah, anyways, so let's get into your channel message. So it says, adventure and mystery follow you. You're one of those people who can eat whatever they want and still be fit. And then it says best dreams. So I'm basically whispering because everybody can hear me in my house right now, guys. It's very embarrassing. But anyways, I just feel like pile 6, people get the vibe where it's kind of like you're very adventurous, you're very like full of mystery. And I feel like, yeah, people feel like they're very envious of you sometimes, bro, for real. With the 6 of Wands, bro, for real. And the 9 of Swords, they're so envious of you, bro, for real. Like they're so pressed about you and everything. And yeah, I feel like maybe you could be someone that like, yeah, mega sorry about that pile number 6, literally I got distracted. But yeah, I just feel like, people get the vibe where it's kind of like they're very envious of you. And yeah, you're someone that's kind of like you have like a very fast metabolism, or like you're just very naturally pretty sometimes. And I just feel like sometimes you're naturally pretty all the time, I mean. And it's really nice though, for real, guys. There's a vibe where it's like you enjoy the spotlight even if you don't try, and you're someone that can be in charge. I feel like you're someone that doesn't mind, taking control as well. You aren't afraid to also be unemotional as well, or like sometimes you aren't very emotional. I feel like kind of like how to control emotions, and like not to like also get too angry in an argument as well. Like I just feel like you know how to bring yourself back, bro, for real. Like that's the whole thing where it's like people get the vibe where it's like your limits, when to bring yourself back. You also know when to bring your friends back, and you know when to check yourself, when to see when you're in line, and when you're wrong, when to just like like it's kind of like you're just very like all-knowing type vibe, bro, for real. Like mega spiritual and everything, man. But yeah, with the 9 of Swords, I also feel like people get the vibe where it's kind of like a lot of things maybe stress you out sometimes. So people feel like they know they can't really take away all your stress, all your pain, but I feel like they're happy that it's like you still choose to maybe go out even if you're in a bad mood, or it's kind of like things are shitty, but it's kind of like it is what it is. It's kind of like with the whole COVID situation, guys. Like I just feel like maybe you're someone that's like going through a lot right now, and I just feel like you're kind of still like, well, we have to still move on, we still have to go on, we still have another day, like we can't give up. And it's like that nice vibe where it's like, never give up, nah nah nah, I won't give up, nah nah nah, let me love you. And yeah, the 3 of Wands, I just feel like you've been maybe waiting for somebody to text you back, or you've been waiting to kind of hear back from someone, and I really feel like it's saying reach out to them first, if you have to. Sometimes pride is like a thing where it's like neither of you guys want to talk to each other, but both of you guys are thinking about the same thing, and it's freaking hectic, bro. Like I've experienced that, I've seen that, and it's like, bro, both of you guys want the exact same thing, but like nobody wants to reach out, and it's like, Leo, okay? So yeah, the 2 of Cups, talking about mutual feelings, and yeah, it's like really nice energy though. So that is what I got for pile number 6. I really hope the video resonated. I love you loads, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Mwah.